Hello class 8th and ninth student. So we had been discussing few important topics related to chemistry, means basic of chemistry. So today is the last day of basic of chemistry. Then we will start our chapter of your book related to chemistry. So last time we discussed about chemical reaction and chemical equation. Today we will discuss something more, the same topic. Okay, so today's first topic is chemical equation. So what is chemical equation? Such an equation which is represented by reactants and product using different symbols. Such an equation which is represented by reactants and products using different symbol. This is the definition of chemical equation, or in short I can say chemical equation is the written form of chemical reaction. Chemical equation is the written form of chemical reaction. So actually chemical equation we represent using reactant, product and few symbols. Symbols means what? Let's have a look. Look the picture. I have written a reaction N2 plus 3H2 to NH3. N2 plus 3H2 to NH3. N stand for nitrogen, H stand for hydrogen. When nitrogen plus hydrogen, when both react, when both combine, they form a new substance which is NH3. NH3 means ammonia. Ammonia is a product and N2 and 3H2 both are reactant. So two atom of nitrogen reacting with hydrogen to form NH3 ammonia compound. Okay. If I ask you what is N2, means what is nitrogen, what is hydrogen? Nitrogen is a gas, hydrogen is a gas, but this equation is not representing anything. That how can I say nitrogen is a gas, hydrogen is a gas? So we need symbol. Now look, I have written two words below N2 plus 3H2. I have written reactants, REACTANTS, and below 2NH3 which is actually ammonia, I have written product, PRODUCT, product. So what is reactant and what is product? Let's discuss about it. Okay, now let's move on the next point. So what is chemical equation? When one reactant react with another reactant and a new product is formed. You can see reactant plus reactant, we are getting product. Okay, you can see a reaction which is written CaCO3. CaCO3 means calcium carbonate. Do you remember I told you calcium carbonate is a marble? This is the chemical formula of marble. Okay, when it reacts it forms CaO plus CO2. CaO means calcium oxide. CaO means calcium oxide. It is also known as quicklime. CaCO3 is also known as marble, or you can say calcium carbonate. CaO means calcium oxide. It is also known as quicklime. Plus CO2 means carbon dioxide. CaCO3 giving out CaO plus CO2. CaCO3 is a chemical formula of marble. CaO calcium oxide is the chemical formula of quicklime. CO2 is the chemical formula of carbon dioxide gas. Okay. So these all are chemical formula. Now I have written a word YIELDS. YIELDS, yield. Can you see yield? Where is it written? Yes, it is written above the arrow. Okay, so it is actually representing the arrow. Okay, and look the formula of CaCO3. CaCO3, 3 is actually number of atom, representing the number of atom. Okay, you, and in the same way written below the CO2, 2 is actually number of atom, but we will call it subscript. What will we call it? Subscript. Okay, so subscript shows the number of atom of element in a molecule. So it is showing the number of atom. So once again look the formula of CaCO3. O3. O means oxygen. Oxygen is element, and O3, 3 means 3 atom, means there are 3 atom present in oxygen. Now look the formula of CO2, carbon dioxide. CO2, 2. O means oxygen, 2 means 2 atom, means O is element. So oxygen element has 2 atom. Okay, understood? Now let's move on the next point. So my friends, what do you mean by reactants? What do you mean by reactants? Okay, look the chemical equation which is written. Look the equation. NH3 plus HCl gives NH4Cl. NH3 means ammonia, HCl means hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is also present in our stomach. When NH3 means ammonia and HCl means hydrochloric acid, when both react, means when ammonia react with hydrochloric acid, then they gives the result is NH4Cl. NH4Cl means ammonium chloride. So NH3 plus HCl, both chemical formula I have covered in a green color box and written reactants, REACTANTS. Now come to the definition. What is the meaning of reactant? The compound or substances. The compound or substances participating in a chemical reaction. Yes, those compounds that participate in a chemical reaction are known as reactants. Yes. What is the meaning of reactants? Those compounds which are participating, those substances which are participating in a chemical reaction are known as reactants. Yes. Those compounds which react to each other. Yes. When one substance we add into another, or by means of heating, cooling, anything, okay, then they form a new substance. They are forming new substance. As you can see, the example when NH3 ammonia is added in hydrochloric acid, then both form gives a new result, give a new chemical, that is NH4Cl, ammonium chloride. So NH3 plus HCl both are reactant. Why? Because they are reacting with each other. They are reacting with each other. Okay, means they are giving the result. They are making new chemical. So that's why they are reactants. So what is the meaning of reactants? The compounds or substances participating in a chemical reaction are known as compounds. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, next topic is products. So what is product? As we had seen in last reaction that when NH3 means ammonia, react with HCl, hydrochloric acid, then they give out NH4Cl, ammonium chloride. So ammonium chloride was a product. Now, what is the meaning of product? The compounds or substances formed as a result of chemical reaction. Yes, compounds or substances formed as a result of chemical reaction. What was the meaning of compound? This compound, the product, what is the meaning of product? The compounds or substances formed as a result of chemical reaction. Yes, the compounds or substances formed as a result of chemical reaction are known as products. So, you can see on the screen the example of formation of water when H2 means hydrogen, react with O2 means oxygen, then they form H2O means water. So H2 is reacting with O2, hydrogen is reacting with oxygen, so both are reactants. When they react, they form a new substance that gives a result, means H2O, water, which is a product. Yes, so H2 plus O2, hydrogen plus oxygen, both are reactant, and H2O is a product because it is the result of chemical reaction. Because what is the meaning of product? The compounds or substances formed as a result of chemical reaction are known as products. Now look the screen, look the chemical reaction. I have written two word, coefficient and subscript. COEFFICIENT, coefficients, subscript SUBSCRIPTS. So coefficients, what is the meaning of coefficient? Actually, coefficient tell us about the molecule, how many molecules are present. You can see on the screen 2H2. 2 is written before H2. 2 is written before H2. It means two molecules of hydrogen atom are participating in this reaction. And look the product 2H2O means two molecules of water are forming due to this reaction. So if we write any digit or number before element or any formula, we will call it coefficient. Look, subscript is always written below the element. You can see O2, H2, so 2 is subscript. Okay, understood? Now let's move on the next point. Okay, now have a look again, chemical equation H2 plus O2 to H2O. So what is coefficient? Coefficient tells us about how many molecules are present in the chemical reaction, and subscript tells us how many atoms are present. So can you tell me the molecules present in H2 hydrogen gas? Yes, two molecules are present in hydrogen gas. Can you tell me how many molecules are present in O2 oxygen gas? O2, because there is no subscript written, it means only one molecule. Yes, there is only one molecule of oxygen participating in chemical reaction, and two molecules of hydrogen are participating in this reaction. And what is the product? Product is H2O. So before H2O, 2 is written. It means two molecule of water have formed in this reaction. So what is chemical equation? What is chemical? Such an equation which is represented by reactants and product using symbol is known as chemical equation. But here I have not written symbol, but look the equation, 2H2 plus O2 and result is 2H2O. But above this equation, I have written gas, water. It means H2 is a gas, O2 is a gas, and H2 is a liquid, water. So these are actually gas, solid, liquid, aqueous. These are actually known as state of a matter. Yes. So we will show state of matter using different symbol. We will look now. Okay, I hope that you have understood. Let's move on the next point. Okay, as you can see on the screen, I have written two chemical equation. First is C6H12O6 plus 6O2 is giving the result 6CO2 6H2O, and second is 2HGO 2HGl plus O2. Look the first equation, C6H12O6, it is glucose, means whatever we eat, so it gives energy, that glucose is the result which is present in food. So when we breathe, glucose decompose and gives out carbon dioxide and water. So this is a chemical equation. In this equation, can you tell me which are the products and which are the result, reactants? Reactants are glucose and oxygen. Yes, C6H12O6 is a formula of glucose, and oxygen, the formula of oxygen is already know, O2. Carbon dioxide is the result. Yes, with the help of oxygen, glucose decompose and break down into carbon dioxide and water, and it gives energy. Okay, so can you tell me, in C6H12O6, in this formula C6H12O6, in the formula of glucose, can you tell me how many atoms are present of carbon? 6. Yes, C6. 6 is a subscript. We will call it subscript. And how many atoms are present of hydrogen? 12. Yes, 12 is subscript and 12 are atom of present in hydrogen in this reaction, in the product of glucose. O6, oxygen, 6 atoms are present in oxygen, which is the part of glucose. So glucose is formed by 6 atom of carbon, 12 atom of hydrogen and 6 atom of oxygen. Okay, and if I ask you how many molecules are present in this reaction of glucose, there is only one. Okay, now look the result, 6CO2. Look the product, 6CO2 means carbon dioxide. Can you tell me the coefficient of CO2, carbon dioxide? The coefficient of CO2, carbon dioxide is 6, means 6 molecule of carbon dioxide are present. Yes, and H2O, water, and what is the coefficient of H2O? 6. It means 6 molecule are present in water. So we are getting 6 molecule of carbon dioxide and 6 molecule of water. Okay, now look the next equation, HGO. Hg is the element. Which element? Hg is a mercury. Yes, mercury is used in thermometer. It is a poisonous also. Okay, and HGO, mercurous oxide, I have written with HGO in bracket small s. S stands for solid. S means solid. Yes, it means this reactant is a solid. When this reactant break down, it gives out Hg plus O2. Hg, mercury. Mercury is found in liquid form at room temperature. You already know. O2. What is O2? O2 is a gas. That's why in bracket written G. G for gas. And Hg is liquid. So L for liquid. Okay. So I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. So as I said that what is chemical equation? Such an equation which is represented by reactants and products using symbol. So we use different kind of symbol. I have shown the list of symbol. First symbol is plus. Plus symbol is used to separate two or more than two reactants and product. Yes, we have already watched many chemical equation. In all those chemical equation, you have seen that plus symbol is used. So plus is used to separate two reactants or more than two reactants, two product or more than two. Second is a simple arrow which is actually known as yields, which is written. Where is it written? In the middle of reactant and product. Yes, reactants are written on left hand side and products are written on right hand side, and between both reactant and product we use this arrow which is known as yield. Next arrow is actually showing the reversible reaction. Reversible reaction. Simple arrow, which is also known as yield, means on second number yield, it shows irreversible reaction. But the arrow which is half on both sides, it shows reversible reaction. Yes, this arrow is used between reactant and product for reversible reaction. We will discuss in detail about reversible reaction and irreversible reaction. Next symbol is S, small s. S symbol is used to show the solid state of reactant or product. Okay. Next symbol is L, small l, liquid. Yes, it is used to show the liquid state. Next is G, small g represent the gaseous state. If any reactant or product is in gaseous form, then we will use this symbol just after the reactant or product. Yes, S for solid, L for liquid, G for gas, and AQ for aqueous. So all these symbols are used where we use all these symbol after the reactant and product. AQ means aqueous. The substance is dissolved in water. Yes, if the substance is dissolved in water, then we will use AQ. AQ means aqueous. Next, look, I have shown a triangle shaped symbol above the arrow. This triangle shaped symbol actually representing the heat, means heat is involved in that reaction, in that equation. Yes, heat is supplying. Because of heat, the reaction is giving out the result. Okay. Next is, look the next. In last symbol is a chemical PT. PT is written. Yes. An arrow is shown and PT is written. PT means platinum. When we write the name above the arrow of any element, it may be catalyst. So it is actually representing catalyst. Catalyst are those substances which increase the speed of chemical reaction. So all these substances are the symbol we use during chemical equation. So above the arrow we show heat by using a triangle. Catalyst, writing the name of that catalyst. Okay, understood? I hope. Now let's move on the next point. Now my friends, let's discuss chemical reaction. So what is a chemical reaction? A chemical reaction is that reaction where the reactant and product react together to give reactant spec. What is chemical reaction? What is reversible reaction? What is reversible reaction? A chemical reaction. Reversible reaction is a chemical reaction, yes, where the reactants and product react together to give the reactant spec. What is the meaning of it? It means when reactant and product they react to each other, they give product, but the product can again be changed into reactant. Very simple example, when ice melt, it change into liquid. Liquid can again convert it into ice. So it is a reversible reaction. So for reversible reaction, which arrow do we use? We use bidirectional harpoon. We use bidirectional harpoon. You can see the symbol that we use for bidirectional harpoon. Bidirectional harpoon represent reversible reaction. Now look the example number 1. When nitrogen N2 react with hydrogen 3H2, then it gives out ammonia 2NH3. So the formula of ammonia is NH3. When N2 means nitrogen react with oxygen O2, then it gives out 2NO, means nitrogen oxide. Nitrogen oxide, the formula of nitrogen oxide is NO. So look the equation, I have used bidirectional harpoon symbol to represent reversible reaction. All these are reversible reaction. It means ammonia can again be changed into nitrogen and hydrogen. Nitric oxide can again change into nitrogen and oxygen. Look the third number equation, ammonium chloride. The formula of ammonium chloride is NH4Cl. NH4Cl can be break down into ammonia and hydrochloric acid, means NH3 and HCl. But it is reversible reaction, so we can again get ammonium chloride. Now have a look the next example, sulfur dioxide. When sulfur dioxide react with oxygen, it gives out sulfur trioxide. When hydrogen react with iodine, it gives out hydrogen iodide. Yes, the formula of hydrogen iodide is Hi. The formula of sulfur trioxide is SO3. So these are the example of reversible reaction. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, our next topic is irreversible reaction. So what is irreversible reaction? Irreversible reaction is a reaction in which the reactant react to form the product which cannot revert back into reactants. Yes, what is irreversible reaction? Irreversible reaction is a reaction in which the reactants react to form the product which cannot revert back into reactants. It means when two reactants react with each other, they gives out a new substance which is known as product, but we cannot reverse it, we cannot revert back, means we cannot get reactants with the help of that product. That reaction is known as irreversible reaction. And to show the irreversible reaction, we use a single arrow. As you can see on the screen, single arrow. Look the example, when nitrogen N2 react with H2 reactants, then it gives out NH3. So you can see that NH3 is the product, ammonia is the product, and ammonia cannot be again changed into N2 plus H2, means with the help of ammonia we cannot get with nitrogen and hydrogen. So it is irreversible reaction. So what is irreversible reaction? Irreversible reaction is a reaction in which reactants react to form the product which cannot revert back into reactants. Okay, so there are many irreversible reaction. Okay, we will discuss about all reaction, reversible, irreversible reaction later. Okay, now let's move on the next point. Okay, now the question is how to write any chemical equation. How to write any chemical equation. There are certain rules to write the chemical equation. Rule number 1, reactants. Write reactants on LHS and products on RHS. It means reactant should be written on left hand side and products on right hand side. So always remember write reactants, means which are reacting to each other to give a new substance, to give product. You will write reactants on left hand side and products always on right hand side. Rule number 2, use arrow for reaction for reversible reaction and irreversible reaction. Yes, when reactants react with each other, they gives a new product. Between reactant and product, we will use arrow. We have two arrow. First arrow is for reversible reaction and second is for irreversible reaction. For reversible reaction, we will use the arrow bidirectional harpoon. Yes, two half arrow in opposite direction. Bidirectional harpoon arrow will be used during reversible reaction, and for reversible and for irreversible reaction we will use a single arrow. Okay, now rule number 3, chemical equation must be a balanced chemical equation. Chemical equation must be a balanced chemical equation. What? Chemical equation must be a balanced chemical equation. Yes, chemical equation should be balanced. Chemical equation should be balanced. It means the number of atoms of all the elements of reactants, the number of atoms of all the elements of reactants should be equal to the number of atoms of product. Yes, atoms of reactants are always equal to the atoms of product. Okay, this is the third rule, means reactant atom should be equal to the atoms of product. Actually, chemical equation follow the rule of mass of conservation. So what is it rule? That mass can neither be destroyed nor created. Okay, so atoms should be equal. Okay, rule number 4, use symbol for state of matter. Yes, don't forget to use the symbol. We use different symbol. Symbol number 1, S, small s, we use for solid. Small g we use for gas, small l we use for liquid, and aq, small aq we use for aqueous substance. Okay, so these are four rule you will have to follow. Rule number 1, write reactants on LHS side, write products on RHS side. Rule number 2, use arrow for reversible reaction, use bidirectional harpoon, and for irreversible reaction use yield, yields. Rule number 3, chemical equation must be a balanced chemical equation, means atoms should be balanced. Rule number 4, use symbols. Okay, now let's move on the next point. So you can see two chemical equation which are written according to the rule of chemical equation. Equation number 1, when CO2 carbon dioxide react with H2O, it gives out C6H12O6. Yes, means glucose, and O2, oxygen. Okay, so you can see what is CO2. CO2 is a gas, so the state of matter of CO2 is gas, so I have written small g. H2O, what is H2O? H2O is a liquid, so I have written small l. C6H12O6 is a glucose, it is a solid, so I have written small s. And last is O2, which is a gas, so I have written small g for it. Next chemical equation is the reaction of hydrogen with chlorine, which is giving out as a product, that is hydrochloric acid, means HCl. So what is H2? Look the reactants. First look the reactant. H2 is a gas, so I have used the symbol G, small g. Cl2, chlorine, it is also a gas, so I have used the symbol G. HCl, hydrochloric acid, it is in the form of gas, so I have written G. Okay, so you can find out which is yield, which are the product, which is the reactant, okay, and which is the coefficient. I have already explained. Find out yourself and write down that how many molecules are present, how many atoms are present. Okay, now let's move on the next point. Now we will discuss the characteristic of chemical equations. Yes, characteristic of chemical equations. So characteristic number 1, the equation must contain correct formulas for the reactants and product. Yes, if the formulas for reactants and products are not correct, then the equation will not be a balanced equation. It means if the reactants, if you have written wrong, it means you will get wrong product. So the equation must contain correct formulas for the reactants and products. Okay, remember the equation must contain the correct formulas for the reactants and products. Rule number 2, the law of conservation of mass. The law of conservation of mass must be satisfied. Yes, how can it be satisfied? If the atoms of reactants are equal to the atoms of product, then the law of conservation of mass must be satisfied. So what is the law of conservation of mass? As I already explained you, mass is neither created nor destroyed in any ordinary chemical reaction. Yes, mass can neither created nor destroyed. You cannot create mass and you cannot destroy it. This is the law of conservation of mass. Next point, the quantity of substance produced, means product, by a chemical reaction is always equal to the quantity of reacting substance, means reactants. Yes, the quantity of substance produced should be equal to the quantity of reacting substance, means the quantity of product and the quantity of reactant should be equal. Both should be equal. The quantity of reactants quantity should be equal to the product's quantity. Okay, actually what is the meaning of quantity? The simple meaning of quantity here is mass and you can say number of atom. Yes, it means mass should be equal, or you can say the atoms should be equal. Okay, so these are two characteristic of chemical equation. Chemical characteristic number 1, their equation must contain correct formulas for reactants and product. Equation number 2, the law of conservation must be satisfied. And what is the law of conservation of mass? Mass is neither created nor destroyed. Okay, now let's move on the next point. So we discussed the characteristic of chemical equation, and you know what is chemical equation, the written form of chemical reaction. Now it's time to discuss the characteristic or properties of chemical reaction. So there are main 4 properties of chemical reaction. First is change in color, second is change of state, second is formation of precipitate, and fourth is change in temperature or energy. Okay, there is one more, evolution of gas, which is not written here. Okay, so there are 4 properties. First is change in color. So during chemical reaction, the color of substance can change. During chemical reaction, the substance of color can change. For example, if zinc is a metal, if you mix zinc in copper sulfate is also known as blue vitriol, then the color of copper sulfate will fade away, means it will be vanished. Okay, next is change of state. Yes, during chemical reaction state can change. State can easily change. When water is heated, it change into gas. So what is happening? State is changing, means solid can change into liquid, liquid can change into gas, gas can change into liquid, liquid can change into solid. It happens due to heating or cooling. Okay, next is formation of precipitate. Yes, during chemical reaction precipitate can form. What is precipitate? Precipitate is an insoluble substance. Okay, precipitate is an insoluble substance which is formed during chemical reaction. Next is change in temperature. Yes, change in energy. During chemical reaction, energy can change. Energy either absorb or release. Okay, during chemical reaction, energy can either released or absorb. Means during chemical reaction, temperature can increase as well as decrease. Last is evolution of gas, which is not written here. So during chemical reaction, gas can release. For example, I already gave the example, when zinc react with copper sulfate, it gives out which gas? Hydrogen gas. So these are the properties: change in color, change of state, formation of precipitate, change in temperature or energy, and evolution of gas. Okay, I hope you understood. Now next point. Now let's revise today's topic with question number 1. Define chemical equation with an example. So what is chemical equation? Such an equation which is represented by reactants and product using symbol is called chemical equation. So example of chemical equation, the simple example is when H2 react with O2, it gives out H2. Question number 2, explain reversible and irreversible reaction with example. We know that reversible reaction in which what happens when two reactant react each other and gives out product. The product can be revert back. Means we can again get reactants. Irreversible reaction are those reaction in which reactants form product, but it is not possible to revert it back. Question number 3. Write the rules for writing chemical equation. Yes, there are 4 rules for writing chemical equation. Always rule number 1. Rule number 1 is write reactants on left hand side and products on right hand side. Rule number 2. Use arrow for reversible and irreversible reaction. For reversible reaction, use the arrow bidirectional harpoon, and for irreversible reaction, use the single arrow which is known as yield. Okay, and rule number 3 is use the symbol S for solid, L for liquid, G for gas, AQ for aqueous. So these are the simple rule for writing chemical equation. Next question, question number 4. What are the characteristics of a chemical equation? What are the characteristics of chemical equation? Characteristic number 1. The formulas of reactants and products should be correct. Yes, must be correct. Rule number 2. Chemical equation must be a balanced chemical equation. Means it should follow the rule of the law of conservation of mass. Question number 5. Write any 3 properties of a chemical reaction. Write any 3 properties of chemical reaction. So property number 1, change in state. Property number 2, change in color. Property number 3, change in temperature or energy. Property number 4, evolution of gas. Property number 5, change in state of matter. These are the properties. So I hope you have enjoyed, and today we have finished basic of chemistry. Now we will begin chapter. We will meet in next lecture. Till then, goodbye.